Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Turner upholstered dining armchair with its beautiful wooden structure. Let's dive in. As much as we strive for the highest possible degree of customization, the Turner armchair is available only in this format. Why is this so? Because if you design a chair in two versions, a version without armrests and the versions with armrests, then normally you get the dimension of the version without armrests and then you integrate the armrests into its design. While in this case, this Turner chair has been designed only with their armrests, so they're even more integrated in its design, and the dimension of the armchair has been specifically conceived for this sort of use. So we have a width of 61 centimeters, a depth of 57, the seat height is 47, and the back of the height is 81. The overall dimensions of the Turner armchair are generous, and you can feel it when you sit onto it, so it's comfortable also for more robust users who would find themselves uncomfortable or on more compact chairs. And the back is not too high. We said it's 81, so it's a few centimeters higher than a tabletop. It has a tiny degree of flexibility. Normally these sort of armchairs, they are very fixed and stable, so when you bounce back like this, you don't perceive this sort of bounciness. Now I'm exaggerating it so that you can see it in the video, but I like this perception, okay? And I also very much like the fact that the back is open. It's not only aesthetics, but for example, when you sit towards the back of the chair, well, you do have a limit in the sense that the upper part forces your back not to go too much backward, but your bottom can kind of sprout out like this, and I like the perception. The armrests are a bit too low for my taste, but please remind that when the armrests are relatively high, you might sit more comfortably. At the same time, when you push the chair underneath the table, a high armrest might become a limit, while in the case of the Turner armchair, we said they have generous dimensions, but they can fit perfectly underneath any table. Also bear in mind that sometimes you think, okay, a table is 76, the armrest, let's say, is 68, it will fit, and then you find out that there is a structure underneath the tabletop and your armchair might not fit. So when you consider buying an armchair, you must look into its details and ask yourself whether it will fit or not under the table. And if it doesn't fit, it's not a problem at all. You must be simply aware of this possibility before purchasing it, and depending on your space, you might do the best choice. We said at the start that the Turner armchair has a beautiful wooden structure. It's beautiful indeed. It's all rounded, okay? These four legs, they connect to the underlying structure, and I want to raise it a bit so that you can perceive it. It's very, very clean in design. It's nice to look at also from below. It is oak wood, okay? And often beech wood or ash wood is used for chairs. Oak wood, it's even better, and you can match it perfectly to all our collections of oak wood furniture, like the Plank collection or the Alliant collection, and it is available in our usual colors. This is fossil color, which is nearly black. Nothing special to say about its upholstery. It has simple stitches all around. This is the so-called simple stitch in the sense that you don't really perceive it, especially on certain fabrics. It is available in all our fabrics, all our leathers, faux leathers, velvets, and so on. I can point out this zip here, which is chosen with a color which kind of matches the fabric or the material that you choose. Bear in mind that this is a zipper which is used only for the manufacturing of the chair, and it is not used to detach the cover, which is not detachable. This in particular is the drop fabric. It's a very popular fabric in our collection. It is cotton and polyester. It is machine washable, and it has a very nice effect because of the different fibers, and you can perceive different colors and a bit of shininess from the polyester. So it's very practical and machine washable. Bear in mind that it is machine washable when you have it on an item of furniture where you can remove the cover, for example sofas or beds. In the case of chairs, pretty much most 99% of chairs you cannot remove the fabric, and this is the case. So with the drop fabric, you might be cautious, for example in spilling drinks, because it might get stained. If you want something super practical, you might get an anti-stain fabric, or you might get faux leather or leather, and this turn armchair would be really tremendous with leather. As a leather lover, I'm saying so. So I come to the end of today's product review for the Turner upholstered dining armchair. I hope that you liked it, and see you next time. Bye bye bye.